Hi everybody, my name is Amy Nelson and I work as a graphic designer for Winona State Health and Wellness Services, and welcome to our last Wellness Wednesday of the semester. Every day is Earth Day. In this presentation, I will be going over some of my personal favorite sustainability tips and tricks. Sustainability is a little complex and kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of just reducing our carbon footprint to ensure that there's still natural resources left over for future generations. It's a little bit complex, but let's get started by going over some recycling tips of how you can up your recycling game. Recycling is an easy way to practice environmental wellness, but did you know that not everything you put in your recycling bin actually gets recycled? One thing to help up your recycling game is knowing the difference between a single plastic and a mixed media plastic. This Fiji water bottle is an example of a single plastic, and I'm going to set that aside for now. These other water bottles are an example of a mixed media plastic, meaning that it has another plastic label on the outside of it. This is similar to the single-use plastics such as candy bar wrappers and other things like that. But make sure to rip off all the plastic labels on the outside of your recyclables because this will help increase their chances of getting recycled. And if you see any other food or beverage residue, make sure to rinse and wash out your recyclables too. This will exponentially increase their chances of getting recycled once they reach the facility. Even though it may be tedious to wash all of your recyclables, it's worth it. It's taking that extra step that will help save our planet and help save our resources. See, look at that. Nice and clean, no more residue, and ready to be recycled. Now, I set all of these plastic water bottles or labels aside because I'm going to show you a bottle brick. So, what you do is you take a single-use water bottle or plastic water bottle, and what you're going to want to do is fill it up with all of these single-use plastics. And I'm using all these wrappers and some that I have from the other day. And I just started this bottle brick a couple days ago, so I already got some stuff in there. And so I'm going to shove all these wrappers inside there, and what this does is it condenses the single-use plastics that are floating around within our landfills and helps trap them so they don't make it into the oceans. And you can actually donate bottle bricks. These can be turned into cement bricks that can be used to build houses, use landscaping. The possibilities are endless. This is a great way to show you how you can turn your trash into something completely new. This is a really great illustration of what sustainability is, and it can be adapted to any lifestyle, whether you're a student or even an employee. Anyone can do this, and it's super easy. Another way that you can help improve your recycling game is by investing in reusable single-use plastics, such as a reusable water bottle, which is something that every college student needs when you're going from classes to work. Make sure that you get one that has a nice auto seal on it. There has been so many times that mine has opened up within my backpack and gotten my homework and my books and my laptop wet, so make sure that it's sealed really well. And another pro tip, get one that is just for water. That will help make sure that it stays fresh all year long. Another thing is to make sure that you're deconstructing everything that is within your recycling bin. Don't let those boxes go unfolded and unbroken down. Make sure that you're breaking down everything. This really helps improve their chances of getting recycled. Another thing that I used to do was I used to keep a bin separately just for burnables. I used to put all my paper and products like that, and also look for things that shouldn't be in the recycling bin. That doesn't get recycled. Throw that away and recycle the cardboard and throw away the plastic. Breaking this down helps just get one more thing into the recycling facility and out of the landfills. Also, break down those cans, break down those Red Bulls, smash them down as much as you can. Some people smash them. I've never been good at stepping on them and smashing them, so I've always broken them down by hand, but that's okay. But yeah, see how much less room that is all taking up within my bin? And that is just a few easy steps to help you recycle more sustainably. Another thing that I think that just really needs to be addressed is how much packaging we really get from the stores. Look at this. It is a box within a bag, a plastic bag. I can break down the box, and it's just filled with more packaging. There's just so much. And with being a graphic designer, this is something that I'm kind of passionate about, is how can we make these products more sustainable? How can we really reduce all the packaging that is on our food? Like, it's so hard to not go to the grocery store and load your cart up with a whole ton of packaging. It's crazy. It's like, that's half of the price. Like, look at all of this. Like, it's just so much. So what are we going to do about it? What is there to do? One thing that I've started adapting into my lifestyle is looking at the plastics that are in the grocery store. How can I reuse it? How many more lives can I give this container? So one thing that I've been doing is I got this plastic salad container a while ago, and I've been refilling it with fresh lettuce and just buying it at the grocery store. Another thing too is these wee yogurts. They are awesome. They're made out of glass, and you can actually buy lids online to use them and reuse them for other things. And I'm going to go with a demo of how to reuse this a little bit later. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to grab my lettuce, which I already washed. Make sure that you wash all your fruits and vegetables that you get from the grocery store. And I'm going to show you how I normally do this. So I already washed the container. Make sure to wash it out with soap and water every time that you reuse it. And one life hack that I learned is use paper towels on your lettuce, any type of lettuce. It will make it stay fresher so much longer and help reduce your food waste. So I always put some paper towels on the bottom of it because that really helps it kind of like stay fresh. And since it's still a little bit wet, it soaks up that water, and I'll kind of just check it here and there to see if it needs to be replaced, so to say. There's my cat. He is being a little bit of a booger. If you want, he's featured at the end of this video, so make sure that you stay tuned for the whole thing. But, so yeah, I go through and I cut up all that lettuce, and I set aside the stem because that will be used in the demo later. And look at this. See, completely refilled with fresh lettuce. I put the paper towel on top, and now I've given this plastic another use. I've given it essentially another life. And that is another great illustration of how you can be more sustainable, and this can be integrated into anyone's life. Now for the demo with what I was going to show you earlier. So food waste. We have so much food waste. One thing that you can do at home is learn how to propagate, so to say, the fruits and vegetables that you get from the grocery store. And with lettuce, you can propagate it really easy with a little container, and I'm going to use this glass jar. You're going to want to pull off some of those little outer stems on the outside. Just make sure that it's fresh. I'm also setting aside all this food waste into my colander here, which you can, if you live in a house or out near the woods, you can always toss that outside, and that's an easy way to compost. Then what you're going to do is you're going to want to cut off a little bit of the stem. You don't want to cut it super thick. You're going to want to cut it really thin, nice and easy. And there we have it. There we got it. See how nice and thin that is? Sorry, it's not really that focused. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So yeah, you're gonna want to get rid of it, but you're gonna want it to be about that thin. Use a sharp knife, but please be careful. And then fill it up with some water. And plop in your lettuce. And there you have it. You're going to want to put this in a nice sunny area, and it should start growing. You can transport it into a pot, and then you should have some lettuce this summer. Okay, now I'm going to show you this amazing life hack that I learned. It's super easy. You're going to need some olive oil, an ice cube tray. I got one with a lid, just got it from a friend. And then any old herb that you have that's kind of maybe getting a little bit old, and just take it out, pop it out of the container. I have some old cilantro that I'm cutting up, so that's what this is. And this works for any and all herbs, but what you're going to do is essentially cut it up really fine, put it into your ice cube tray, and fill it up with olive oil. This is a great way to really cut back on food waste. And can we please just overall normalize freezing like produce that's going bad? Like, that has saved me so much money in college, because then it's helped, like, I'll buy some fresh berries, they start getting a little bit old, put them in the freezer, and then I got berries for smoothies. Same with like vegetables. Always make sure that you cut them and prep them up before you put them in the freezer, and label them and put a date on them. So yeah, so with this herb hack, you're just going to put on some olive oil, make sure that it's kind of like filled up quite a bit, and there we go. Then, voila, I'm going to put the thing lid on. Smack it down, it's a little bit rusty, but there we go. There's a finished product, and then I'm gonna put this in the freezer, but just wait. I already have some already made, so I'm gonna pull that out and show you what those look like. I just keep them in a bag, and voila! A variety of herbs already in olive oil. You can toss this into literally anything. I put it in with rice, I'll put it in with stir fries, cooking eggs in the morning. It is so good, and it's so college friendly. It's so easy to do, and I'll just pull one out so you can see it. This one is a cilantro one, and look at that beauty. That's great. Yeah, so there you have it. That is another great illustration of ways that you can be more sustainable. All right, and that's all, folks. Thanks so much for tuning into this last Wellness Wednesday of the semester. Comment below on ways that you are going to be living life more sustainably, or what you're going to be doing to celebrate Earth Day. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye. I understand that you want to be involved, but you need to leave.